Quickly before we get into this video, I'd like to give a shout out to Ahead for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to pick up cheap and reliable Rocket League items on one of the most trusted sites on the internet, make sure you actually check them out. First link in the description. You can buy and sell your Rocket League items and use code Zenic at checkout for 3% off your orders. Do you guys want to be in with the chance of winning this Trigon mystery decal on my car right now, or £20 worth of V-Bucks to spend whatever you want on Fortnite? All you've got to do is subscribe to me and Laytxn, link in the description, leave a like on the video and comment your details down below. That is it. The winner will be announced in the next channel update. So as you guys can see on screen right now, we actually managed to get ourselves another black dicey, and look at the price we just paid for it. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm bringing another Rocket League video. In today's video we have got episode 7 of the brand new series, go from nothing all the way up to the titanium white Octane. So if you guys are unaware of what this series is, basically I'm going to be trading from one PCC crate and going all the way up to getting myself the titanium white Octane. And if this is your first time seeing this whole series on my channel, make sure to click the link in the description. What that link will do is take you down to a playlist where you can watch every other episode, so you can pretty much see where I've traded up from. And if you guys do want to see another episode of this series, make sure to smash that like button right now. 300 likes in the first day of this being uploaded, and I'll bring out a brand new episode in just a couple of days time. And if you guys have not already, make sure to smash that subscribe button right now and turn on those post notifications so you can keep up to date with every single brand new video upload to the channel. And without further ado, let's get straight into this episode. I hope you guys enjoy. So the very first trade of this whole episode is basically me just selling my Hellfire, and I actually got myself a Tora and one non-crate very rare for it, which is actually pretty insane. I thought in my head maybe getting myself a Tora for the Hellfire would be good because every single gold explosion has dropped, and that's what I can suggest to you guys. Do not get gold explosions unless you're actually paying a very good underpay or even a decent price. Just try and stay away from them because they're going to keep dropping. Just like the Hellfire, it used to be worth loads, now it's worth like a Tora. So pretty much getting myself a Tora and a PCC for the Hellfire is actually a pretty good trade. And then in the very next trade, I find a guy that has some black dices and he's actually trying to sell them. And I do offer him a 20XX and he invites me to a game straight away. I can't complain about that, because I know maybe about a week ago I did sell them for a 20XX. But buying them back for the exact same price is actually very good because they're still going up a load in price. And eventually they're going to be worth a bubbly. I think they're around maybe a Trigon to bubbly now, so they're not far off. And if I eventually get myself a bubbly, that is pretty much getting myself a labyrinth profit. So that's actually an incredible trade. I then found a guy that wants to buy my Crimson CC4 zombies, and he said he had biomass and ads. And obviously, ideally, I'd probably want a labyrinth for them just because I don't want them. They're quite hard to sell. And obviously, getting myself BMDs is going to be a lot easier to flip and maybe make a little bit more profit. But this guy did offer a biomass, a Triumph crate, which is probably still around a Nitro. A lot of people do want Nitro crates for their non-crate very rares as well. So eventually, if I get myself a non-crate very rare, that's a PCC. And then getting myself a Samurai, that's maybe 1 to 2 PCCs, and then a Tachyon, probably around a Nitro. So that's still a very good trade. And then with the biomass I just bought, I find a guy that has a Tora and a load of different ads. And he says that he actually really wants to get himself a biomass, and he has loads of ads and he doesn't mind doing them. So I was completely fine doing it. I wanted to see what he had. And he actually did put up 2 non-crate imports and a non-crate very rare, which is probably around 3 to 4 PCCs. And then obviously getting myself a Tora as well, that's maybe 6. So I'm pretty much getting myself a Hex for the biomass. Like if I eventually flip it all into PCCs and then sell them on, I might be able to get myself a Hex. That's an incredibly good trade there. I then found a guy that really wanted to get himself a non-crate import, and he had a load of different offers. So he invited me to a game. I was with him for about maybe 10-15 minutes. And I really couldn't find an offer that I wanted. I wanted maybe a little bit over a PCC, because that's what everyone was paying, around a PCC at that time. So he actually did give up and eventually gave me 3 Nitro crates, which is a little bit more than 1 PCC. I could probably get myself a PCC just from paying 2, and then obviously that is pretty much me getting a Nitro crate profit out of the import, so I don't mind taking that trade. After a little bit of searching, I find a guy that has a Stormwatch and he wants loads of different offers, so I thought why not offer him a Hex and a biomass. Maybe he might take it because obviously that's a slight underpay for Slipstream. You can maybe get yourself 2 Hex out of Slipstream, but you can easily get yourself a Hex and a lab out of it. So I was thinking in my head, eventually I'll get myself a Slipstream out of the Stormwatch. So I really don't mind getting rid of the Hex and the biomass, because obviously that's a slight underpay for a Slipstream, and if I get myself a Slipstream out of the Stormwatch, that is some easy profit. So I did that trade hoping that I'll get a Slip later on. And with the Slipstream that I do own at the moment, I find a guy that wants to buy it, and also 5 non-crate very rares, which is around a Tora in price, and he is offering a 20XX, which I can't complain about because I pretty much pay Slipstream and a Tora every single time and get myself a 20XX pretty frequently. So I'm pretty much giving him the exact same offer. I'm giving him a Slipstream and 5 non-crate very rares, which does go into a Tora, and getting myself a 20XX. Eventually, if I do want to sell the 20XX, I'll wait and get myself a Slipstream and a biomass back, or maybe a Spectre and a Slip if I'm feeling lucky. And then immediately after that trade, I find a guy that wants to get some crates in for his non-crate very rares, and I'm completely fine with doing that because non-crate very rares are a lot easier to flip than like the crates that I've got at the moment. So getting myself some PCCs out of the non-crate very rares will probably be the best decision. So I do offer him 2 nitros, which is maybe a little bit less than a PCC now, and then obviously a Triumph crate is nowhere near a PCC, so pretty much paying maybe a PCC and a half or something like that. I'm not too sure, but getting myself 2 non-crate very rares is still a very good deal. And then eventually I managed to sell my Stormwatch and obviously a Tora as ad and get myself a 20XX, which is actually probably a little bit better than a Slipstream and a Tora, because a lot of people at the moment are saying they don't want Stormwatch because they're finding it quite hard to sell, even though on the spreadsheet it's a little bit more than Slipstream, but obviously I don't really go by the spreadsheet that much because there's a lot of stuff that's hard to sell on there, and if people stick by spreadsheet prices the whole time, then all the BMDs will be pretty much useless to every other item in the game. So pretty much getting myself this is a very good deal, and getting myself another 20XX. And then after looking on the lookout for group for maybe an hour or two, I find a guy that has a Trigon, and he does want some offers, so I offer him a 20XX and 1 nitro crate, which is obviously about half of a PCC, so it's not that much at all. And he actually agreed to it, said, yeah, that's fine, I don't really want the Trigon anymore. So getting myself a Trigon out of a 20XX and 1 nitro crate is actually a pretty good deal, even though Trigon isn't the easiest to sell at the moment because everyone's getting scared that it's going to drop lower than the 20XX. But even so, that's still a positive trade if I sell it immediately. So that is the final trade of this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. We finally got ourselves those black dices back. It took a very long time, but I can advise you guys, get yourself some of those black uncommon wheels because you're easily going to make a load of profit. And once again, guys, we are getting extremely close to getting our white Octane. I've offered on quite a few on the market. I've literally seen now maybe like 5 or 6 of them on the market. I've offered on every single one, showing my inventory. They said not a bad offer, but no thank you, because obviously most of them want straight heats. So when we get around 2 heats bubbly or 2 heats and the black dices, we will get ourselves that titanium white Octane. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button right now. 300 likes and I'll bring a brand new episode in just a couple days time. Subscribe and turn on those post notifications if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys next time.